Hello friends, I am Anvesha and I welcome all of you to my channel Aspiring Banker Anvesha. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and also click the bell icon to get notified for the upcoming videos. In today's video, I am going to discuss the complete quants question paper from IBPS Clerk Preliminary Examination 2018. Okay. So I urge all of you to watch the video till the end and also to solve the questions along with me. So also in today's video, I'm going to give you a link to free test series. So let's start. For cracking any bank exam, you need practice as well as analysis. And for this, Unacademy has brought an ultimate previous year questions test series for bank prelims examination. And in this, you will get subject-wise tests and also analysis of these tests. And these tests are available for free. Okay, so all of you who are preparing for bank examinations, this test will be helpful for you. Okay, so please enroll the test series. It is available for free. Don't miss this. The link is given in the description box down below. Okay, so now let's start the video. At first, we have missing number series. Okay, so let's look at the first question. 200, 193, 179, 158, question mark 95. Okay, so we can see that the difference between the numbers is not much. Okay, so this means that this is a addition subtraction problem. So 200 minus 193 is 7. Okay, so minus 7. Okay, then 193 minus 179. 193 minus 179 is 14, right? So, minus 14. Okay, now 179 minus 158. 179 minus 158 is minus 21. Okay, so can you see a pattern? Can you find a pattern? 7, 14, 21, which means 7 into 1, 7 into 2, 7 into 3. So next should be 7 into 4. Okay, so next should be 7 into 4, that is 28. So this one should be minus 28. Okay, so 158 minus 28 is how much? 130. So option B is the answer. Very easy, right? Option D is the answer. Next, 343, 81, 115 and 143. Okay, at first let's find out the difference. So if you look at this one and this one, okay, so you will see that if you multiply this with 2, then this one will be less than 115 into 2. So even if you multiply this one with 2, you are not getting 143. So this is not a question of multiplication. From here we can understand कि दिस इज़ नॉट अ क्वेश्चन ऑफ मल्टीप्लिकेशन. मतलब अगर आप इसके साथ ना अगर आप 2 से भी मल्टीप्लाई करते हो इसको, तो ये आपको नहीं मिलेगा, आपको इससे कहीं ज़्यादा आपको वैल्यू मिल जाएगा. तो ये मल्टीप्लिकेशन का सवाल तो नहीं है, तो डिफरेंस का ही सवाल है ये भी. तो चलिए इसका डिफरेंस फाइंड आउट करते हैं. 43 माइनस 3 इज़ 40. 81 माइनस 43. 81 माइनस 43 is your 38. Okay, 115 minus 81. 115 minus 81 is 34. And 143 minus 115 is your 28. Okay, fine. Now next, can you find any pattern here? 40, 38, 34, 28. Yes, of course there is a pattern. So you have to take difference in one more level. आपको और एक level का difference find out करना है. 40 minus 38 is 2. Then your 38 minus 34, 4. 34 minus 34 minus 28. 34 minus 28 is 6. Okay, so 2, 4, 6. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 plus 2, 8. So minus 8. 28 minus 8 is 20. Okay, and all these are plus, right? Addition. So 143 plus 20. 143 plus 20 is how much? 153. Sorry, 163. So option A is your answer. Next question is 1, 6, 25, 76, 153. Okay. So at first let's find out the difference. One, okay, one, can you see one thing? This one and this one, if you look at this thing, then the difference is huge. Okay, the difference is huge. So 76, can we say that this is almost 2 times? Because 76 into 2 is how much? 152. Yes. So this is almost 2 times. So into 2 plus 1. Now this part 25 and 76. This part 25 into 3 is 25 into 3 is 75. 25 into 3 is 75. So here also into 3 plus 1. So are we getting a pattern? Yes. Here 6 into 4, 24. 24 plus 1. So into 4 plus 1. Here 1 into 5, 5. 5 plus 1, 6. So into 5 plus 1. Okay. So here we have to multiply with 1 because 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into 1 plus 1. So which means this should be 154. Okay. Next question. 50, 54, 50, 54, 45, 61 and 36. Okay. So the difference is not much. 50 plus 4, 54. 54 and 45. 54 and 45 is minus 9. 45 and 61. 45 and 61 is plus 16. Then 61 and 36. 61 and 36 is your minus 25. So plus 4 minus 9 plus 16 minus 25. This is the pattern. So 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square. So here 6 square should come. So plus 36. Alternate plus minus plus minus plus. So plus 36. So 36 plus 36 should be 36 into 2, 72. Okay. So option B is the answer. Okay. Next question. 945, 180, 540, question mark 1080. So we can easily tell from here that this is a question of multiplication. Okay. Because here we have a large number. Okay. So let's see. 945, 9 into 5, 45. 45, 180, 45 into 4 is 180. 180, 540. 180, 540. So 180 into 3 is 540. So 543. So here into 2. 540 into 2 is 1080 and then into 1. Right? 180. So option C is the answer. Very easy questions. So now we will go to the next question, that is your simplification. Calculate the exact value of x in the following questions. Six into 16 into 5 by 3 minus x square equals to 96. Okay. So 6 into 16 into 5 by 3 minus x square equals to 96. Okay. So cancel this by 3. 2. 2 into 5. 2 into 5 is 10. 10 into 16 is 160. 160 minus 96. 4. 6. So 64. Okay. 64 equals to x square. So x is equal to 8. Option C is the answer. Next question. Calculate the exact value of the x. Okay. X square plus 92 plus 34. So this is in the bracket. So this should be solved at first. Okay. 4. So 6, 9. 126. 126 divided by 5. X square plus 126 divided by 5 equals to 39. Okay, so cancel it. 25.6. Okay, so x square equals to 39 minus 25.6. So 4, 3, then 1, 13.4. 13.4. So 5 square is how much? 25. 4 square 16. 8 square 64. 6 square 36. 9 square 81. So the closest is option B, that is 4. Okay, next, 124 plus x plus 169, the entire thing is under a root over, is equal to 18. So what is 18 square? 18 square is 324. Now please memorize squares up to 35. Okay, up to 35. Okay, so 18 square is 324. So 324 is equal to 124 plus x plus 169. So what am I doing here? Here I am just removing the square root, and for that I am squaring both the sides. Okay, so x is equal to 324 minus 293. So x is equal to 131. So option E is the answer. Next, (28 square). 28 square is 784 minus x cube equals to 7 cube. 7 cube is 343 plus 225. Okay, so I'll add this 2 at first. 568. So 784 minus 568. I'll bring this to the left hand side. Okay, so 216 equals to x cube. So x is equal to option A, 6. Please make a correction in this question. This is not 132. This is 13 square. Okay, and this is not 23. This is 2 cube. Okay, fine. Now let's solve the question. 298 minus 13 square. 13 square is 169 minus 2 cube. 2 cube is 8 equals to 11x. Okay, so 169 plus 8 is 177. Okay, so 298 minus 177. 298 minus 177 is 121. 121 equals to 11x. So x is equal to 11. Why? Because 11 square is 121. Option D is the answer. Next question. Cube root of 729. Cube root of 729 is 9 plus 3 by 5. So 5 into 3, 15. 15 plus 3, 18. So 18 by 5 divided by x. So this means 1 into 1 by x is equal to root over 16 into 9. So root over 16 is 4, root over 9 is 3. So 4 into 3, 12. Okay. Now we have to solve this. So 12 minus 9. So let's take this one here. 12 minus 9 is 3. So 3 is equal to, so here we have 3. Now 3 is equal to 18 into 5 into 1 by 18 by 5 into 1 by 6. So cancel 3 and 18. So this is 6. So 6 by 5 is equal to x. So x is equal to, so just divide it, 1.2. So the answer is option C. Next, x square of 300 plus root over 256. Root over 256 is how much? It is 16 square. 16 square is 256. So 16 plus x percent of 300 is x by 100 into 300. This means 3x equals to 243 by 3. So 81 plus 7. So 7 plus 1 is 8. So it is 88. Okay, let's remove this. So 88 minus 16 is 72. 72 divided by 3 is 24. So 24 is the answer. Okay, please make a correction in this question. This is cube root, okay? Cube root of 512, and this is square root of 12 square. This is the question, okay? Fine. So now let's solve this. X into 3 divided by 8, 3x by 8 equals to cube root of 512. Cube root of 512 is 8 into square root of 12 square is 12. Okay. So we can cancel this one. So 8 into 4. So x is 8 into 8 into 4. 8 into 8 is 64 into 4 is 256. Option A is the answer. 136 divided by 2 square. Okay. So 136 divided by 2 is, so 136 divided by 2 square, that is 4, into x is equal to 17% of 500 is equal to 17 into 5. So 85 divided by 10. Okay. So x is equal to 85 into 4 by 136 into 10. Okay. So let's cancel. 4 1 4 34. So 85 by 340. 85 by 34. Let's calculate this later. So 85 by 34 is how much? 68. Okay. 17 0. Right? Then 5 170. So 2.5. So 2.5 divided by 10 is 0.25. So 0.25 is your answer, option C. 1836 divided by x divided by 9. Okay. So 1836 into 1 by x into 1 by 9 is equal to 12. Okay. Now let's cancel by 12. 12 into 1 12, 12 into 1 12, so we have 6, 6 and 6 3, so 12 into 5 is 60, so 3 6, 12 into 3 is 36. Okay, now can we cancel by 9? Yes, so let's cancel by 9. 9 into 1 9, so we have 6, 6 3, so 9 into 7 is 63. Okay, so 17, so x is equal to 17, so option E is our answer. Next question. Okay, now we have questions on quadratic equation. Okay, so please ignore the options. There is a problem in the options. Okay, ignore the options and just solve the questions. Okay, 8x square plus 6x plus 1. So 8 is 2 into 2 into 2. Okay, so how can we make 6? 4 plus 2 is 6. 4 plus 2. So just reverse the sign. So x is equal to minus 4 by 8 minus 2 by 8. Minus 4 by 8 means minus 0.5. Okay. Minus 0.5. And minus 2 by 8 means minus 0.25. Y is equal to 3 into 2. So 6 plus 1. So minus 6 by 3, which is equal to minus 2. Okay, minus 6 by 3, because you have to just change the sign. And minus 1 by 3, which is equal to minus 0.33. Now let's compare. Minus 2 is greater than minus 0.5 and minus 0.25. Minus 2 is less than minus 0.5 and minus 0.25, and minus 0.33 is less than minus 0.25 but greater than minus 0.5. 5. This means that relationship cannot be established. No relation, okay? X square equals to 196. So x 196 is square of 14, right? So x is equal to plus 14 minus 14. Okay. Then y square minus 26 plus 169. 169 is 13 square. So minus 13 minus 13 is minus 26. So y is equal to 13. Okay. Now this 13 is less than 14, but greater than minus 14. So this means, so we have, when we have both less than and greater than, then no relationship can't be established. Okay. Next question. 9x square minus 12x plus 4. 4 is 2 into 2. 9 is 3 into 3. Okay. Now, we need minus 12. So, how can we get minus 12? Minus 6 minus 6. 6. Okay. So, minus 6 minus 6. So, we have to just reverse the sign. So, 6 by 9. So, x is equal, now since 9 is the coefficient, so 6 by 9. 6 by 9 means 2 by 3. Okay, 2 by 3. So, x is 2 by 3. And y is equal to 8 minus 8 minus 1. So, 8 comma 1. Okay, 8 by 8 is 1 and 1 by 8. 1 by 8. So, now 1 by 8 and 1. Now, let's see. Let's compare this. 1. This 1 is greater than 2 by 3. 1 is greater than 2 by 3. Right? But 1 by 8 is less than 2 by 3. So, again, no relation. Next is x square minus 15x plus 56. Okay. 56. Let's factorize 56. 56 is 7 into 8. So, 2 into 2 into 2. 4. Okay. So, how can you get 15? 7 plus 8 is 15. Okay. So, minus 7 minus 8. So, x is equal to 7 comma 8. And y is cube root of 512. This means y is equal to 8. Okay. So, this 8 is greater than 7 and 8 is equal to 8. So, this means y is equal to greater than equal to x. Y is greater than equal to x. Okay. Option E. Next. 3x square plus 10x plus 8. So, 8 is 2 into 2, 4 into 2, 8 into 3. So, to find to get 10, what will you do to get 10? 4 plus 6. 4 plus 6. Okay. So, 4 plus 6. This, and please reverse the sign. So, x is equal to minus 4 by 3 and minus 6 by 3, which is minus 2. And y is equal to 2 plus 1. So, minus 2 by 2, that is minus 1, and minus 1 by 2. Okay. So, this is it. So, now let's compare. Minus 1. It is greater than minus 4 by 3 and minus 2. And minus 1 by 2 is again greater than minus 4 by 3 and minus 2. So, y is greater than x. Okay, done. Very easy questions. Okay, now let's go to the next question. Next we have DI. Okay. Okay. Now, in this DI, here you have days. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And given below the number of cakes of 5 different types sold by the shopkeeper on 4 different days. Okay. And these are the types of cakes. And these are the number of cakes that are sold by the shopkeeper. Okay. So, the data is very simple. Let's go to the questions. First question. First question is, what is the ratio of the number of cakes of type B? Number of cakes of type B sold by the shopkeeper on Saturday and Monday together. Saturday and Monday together. Okay, Saturday, Monday, 28 plus 60, which is 88. together to the number of cakes of type E sold by the shopkeeper on the same days, that is Saturday and Monday. 38 plus 29. So 38 plus 29 is 67. Okay, so 67. So 88 by 67 is your answer, option B. Next, what is the average number of cakes of type C sold by shopkeeper on Saturday? Type C. What is the average number of cakes of type C sold by shopkeepers on Saturday, Sunday and Tuesday? Okay, so 35 Saturday, Sunday. 35 plus 48 plus 55. 35 plus 48 plus 55 is how much? It is 5. Okay, 35 plus 48 plus 55, sorry, 8, then 3, 138, and average by 3. So this is equal to 46. Option E is the answer. Next, the number of cakes of type D and E sold together on Tuesday. D and E sold together on Tuesday, that is 44 plus 30, which is 74. Is what percent of the number of cakes of type A and B sold on Sunday? A and B sold on Sunday, that is 35 plus 65, which is equal to 100. So 74%. Very easy. Next, what is the difference between the total number of cakes of all the given types sold by the shopkeeper on Monday? All the given types sold by the shopkeeper on Monday, which means 38 plus 60 plus 40 plus 24 plus 29, and the total number of cakes of all the given types sold by the shopkeeper on Tuesday, which is 46, 54, 55, 44 and 30. So you have to just at first add them and then subtract. Okay, so 38 plus 60 plus 40. Okay, let's add these. Okay, let's add this. So this is 1, then I'm adding this one at first. Okay, adding this one at first. So 1, then 9, 1. Okay, and then I'm adding this one. Okay, so this is 9, 2, 2. Okay, so 229 minus 191. 229 minus 191 is 8, and then you have 3, 38. Option A is the answer. Next question. If the number of cakes of type F sold by the shopkeeper in given 4 days is 25% more, type F, which is not there, 25% more than the number of cakes sold on type D in all the given days. Type D in all the given days. Okay, let's just add these up. Okay, let's just add this up. So 4 plus 4, 8 plus 2, 10. Then 4 plus 4, 8, 9, 10. 10 plus 5, 15 plus 1, 16. 160. So 160 is the number. And then what do you have to do? We have to just make this plus 25%. Plus 25% means 5 by 4. So cancel it by 4. So 40 into 5, which is 200. Option D. Okay. Now we have questions on arithmetic. If the sum of the upstream and downstream speed is 36 km per hour, let upstream be A and downstream be B. Okay, A plus B is equal to 36. And the speed of the current, let the speed of the current be Y, and Y is equal to 3. Then find the time taken to cover 52.5 km downstream. So this means you have to find out the downstream speed. आपको downstream speed find out करना है, ठीक है? तो what will you do? What is downstream speed? Downstream speed is x plus y. So x, let x be speed in still water. Okay, x plus y. Y is 3, and upstream speed is x minus y. Y is 3. X minus 3 plus x plus 3 is equal to 36. Now we can cancel this plus 3 and minus 3. So 2x equals to 36. So x is equal to 18. Okay, x is equal to 18. Y is equal to 3. So what is the downstream speed? Downstream speed, that is B. B is equal to 18 plus 3, that is 21. Okay. Now we have the downstream speed and we have the distance. So what is the time? Time equals to distance by speed. So 52.5 by 21. Let's multiply with 2 to remove the decimal. Okay, 105 by 42. Now let's divide. If we divide, we will get 2.5. So option B is the answer. Ratio of the present ages of two persons A and B is 3:2. Okay, 3:2. Now A by B is 3:2, and after 4 years, ratio of the age B is to A is 7:10. So A is to B is 10:7. Okay, after 4 years. What is the present age of B? Okay, very easy. Present age is 3:2. So let's take it 3x and 2x. So after 4 years, that is plus 4 becomes 10:7. Okay, this is 10. Yes, 10:7. So 10 by 7. Now just find out the value of x. 7 into 3, 21. 21x plus 28 is equal to 20x plus 40. So 21x minus 20x is x, which is equal to 40 minus 28. That is 12. So 12 into, so what we have to find out? Present age of B. So present age of B is 12 into 2, that is 24. Option C is the answer. Okay, next question. The difference between the circumference of circle A and diameter is 90 centimeter. Circumference is 2 pi r and diameter is 2r, right? Minus 2r is equal to 90 centimeter. If radius of circle B, this is about circle A, okay? In circle B, the radius is 7 centimeter less than that of circle A. Okay, so let's make it capital R. 7 centimeter less, so small r minus 7. Then find the area of circle B. So you need to find out the area of circle B. Fine. So let's take 2r to be common. Okay. If we take 2r common, then pi minus 1 is equal to 90. Now let's cancel out 45. So r equals to 45 by pi minus 1. Pi is 22 by 7 minus 1. So 22 minus 7 is 22 minus 7 is 15. Okay, and from the denominator 7 goes here to numerator. So 15 into 3 is 45. So 21 is the radius. 21 is the radius. So capital R is equal to small r minus 7. Okay, so 14 is capital R. So find the area of circle B. So pi r square, that is 22 by 7 into 14 into 14. Okay, so cancel it. 2 into 14 is 28. 28 into 2 is 56. 56 into 11 is 6. 6 plus 5. 6 plus 5 is 11. 5 plus 1, 6. So 616. 616 is your answer, option B. There are 40 children in a class in which boys are 4 more than girls. Boys are 4 more than girls. Okay. Let girls be G. Then boys are 4 more than girls. So boys G plus 4. So G plus 4 is equal to 40. So 2G is equal to 40 minus 4, that is 36. So G is equal to 18. G is equal to 18. So boys equal to 18 plus 4. So 22. Okay. So this is the number of girls and number of boys. Okay. Instead of doing in this way, you could also directly do it. You could divide 40 in 2 parts in such a way that one part is 4 more than the other. Okay, this could be done without this calculation as well. Fine. Now let's solve this. So the average weight of all the students is 42.5. So what is the total weight? Total weight is 42.5 into total number of children, that is 40. And this is equal to the average weight of all the girls is 48. So 48 into, what is the total weight of the girls? 48 into total number of girls, that is 18. Plus, what is the total number of boys? 22. And what is the average weight? You need to find out. So x. Okay. Now, 42.5 into 40. 42.5 into 40 is 1700. Is equal to 48.8. 48 into 8. Okay, before doing this, let's actually just reduce this, okay? Let's reduce it. Let's cancel by 2. 2 into 11, 22. 9. And this one, 20. Okay. 42.5 into 20. 42.5 into 10 is 425 into 2, 850. 48 into 8, 432 plus 11x. Now, 850 minus 432, 418 equals to 11x. 418 divided by 11. 418 divided by 11 is your average weight of all the boys. Okay, so 11, 3, 33. Okay, 33, and now you are left with 8, 11, 8 is 88. So 38 is your answer. 38 is your answer, option B. Next question. If 7 marks are awarded to right answer and 4 marks are penalty for wrong answer, then Prabhat's score was 263. If he attempted 58 questions, then find the number of correctly attempted questions. Okay, 7 marks for right answer. So, let's say that X number of questions were right and Y number of questions were wrong. Okay, so 7X plus, and 4 marks are penalty. Penalty means minus, right? Minus 4y. Penalty means the marks was deducted. मतलब 4 नंबर डिडक्ट होगा अगर हर एक रॉन्ग आंसर के लिए, ठीक है? तो minus 4y is equal to Prabhat's score. Yes, and also if he attempted, now he attempted X questions right and Y questions wrong. So what is the total number of questions he attempted? X plus Y. So x plus y is equal to 58. Okay. Now just solve these two equations. You will get your answer. Then find the correctly attempted question. So you need to find out the value of x. So let's multiply this by 4. 4x plus 4y is equal to 58 into 4. 232. So now let's add these two equations. So 4y cancelled out. 7x plus 4x, 11x is equal to 263 plus 232. 495. So x is equal to 45. Okay. So option A. Next. In a city, 68% of population is literate, in which ratio of male to female is 11:6. Okay. And ratio of illiterate male to female is 3:1. Find the ratio of literate female to illiterate female in the city. 68% of the population is literate. Let the population be 100. Let it be 100x. So, literate is 68x and illiterate is 32x. Illiterate is 32x, okay? Ratio of male to female in literate is 11:6. So 11 plus 6, 17. 17 equals to 68. So 1 is equal to 4, right? So 11 into 4 is the number of male literate, 44. 6 into 4 is the number of female literate, 24. Now here the ratio is 3:1. So 4 is equal to 32, 1 is equal to 8. So male and female you can find out. So 8 into 3, 24. 8 into 1, 8. Okay, find the ratio of literate female. Literate female is 24 and the illiterate female is 8. 24 by 8. So 3 by 1 is the answer. Option C. Next question. Ratio of the length to breadth of a rectangle is 4:3. Length to breadth is 4:3. If the area of that rectangle is 108 centimeter square, what is the area of a rectangle? Area of a rectangle is length into breadth. Okay, so 4 into 3, 12. 12 square. 12x square is equal to 108. X square is equal to 9. X is equal to 3. So length is 12. Breadth is 9. Okay. If the and breadth of this rectangle is equal to the side of a square. So 9 is equal to side of a square. Then find the area of that square. So area of that square is 81. 9 into 9, 81. Next, A is 1.5 times as efficient as that of B, and C takes half time as compared to that of A. If A and B takes 2 by 5 days to complete half of the work, then find the time taken by A and C together to complete the whole work. Okay, so let's find out the ratio of the efficiencies of A and B. Okay, A by B. So A is 1.5 times as efficient as B, so 1.5 by 1. Okay, now multiply it with 2, numerator and denominator, to remove the decimal. So 3 by 2 is the ratio of the efficiencies of A and B. C takes half the time as compared to that of A. So the efficiency of C will be double that of A. So if efficiency of A is 3, so efficiency of C will be 6. Okay. Now if A and B takes 2 by 5 days to complete half of the work. So to complete half of the work, they take 2 by 5 days. 2 by 5 means 5 into 2, 10, plus 2, 12, 12 by 5. So to complete half of the work, they are taking this time. So to complete the whole work, they will take double the time. 12 by 5 into 2, that is 24 by 5. Okay. Now we need to find out the total work. Work is equal to efficiency into time. Efficiency of A and B is 3 plus 2, 5. And total time taken is 24 by 5. So the total work is 24. Okay. Now the question is, find the time taken by A and C together to complete the whole work. A and C together. So efficiency of A is 3. Efficiency of C is 6. So 6 plus 3, 9. So the total time taken by A and C together is 24. This 24 by 9. Okay. So 24 by 9 is equal to 9 into 2, 18. 2, 6 by 9. So 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is your answer. Option E. Next question. A man invested 15% of the monthly income in LIC and remaining gave to his mother. Mother spent 10% of its household expenses and she is left with 30,600. Then find the salary of the man. Okay, fine. Man invested 15% of the monthly income in LIC. Let the monthly income be 100. Income be 100. Spending on LIC is 15% means 15. Okay. And the remaining he gave to his mother. So just 100 minus 15 is 85. So he gave 85 to his mother. Mother spends 10% of it in household expenses. 10% of 85 is 8.5. So household expense 8.5. Now she is left with 30,600. So 85 minus 8.5 is 76.5. So 76.5 is equal to how much? 30,600. So what is 100 equal to? Because the question wants to know the salary of the man. Okay. So divided by 76.5 into 100. Now multiply numerator and denominator with 2 into 2 and this also into 2. 153. Okay. Now just divide this. 153 into 2 is 306. 156 into 153 into 2, 306, so 200. 200 into 2, 400, 400 into 100. This is your answer. Okay, so the answer is option E. Okay, so with this I am ending the video. I hope you have enjoyed watching this, and if you have enjoyed, please hit the like button, and also please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you again in my next video. Bye.